Hello good day viewers. In this tutorial we are going to find a solution to this trigonometric equation, and the equation is 2 sine theta minus 1 equal to cosecant theta. You should know that cosecant theta is just the reciprocal of sine theta, which is 1 divided by sine theta. Therefore we can rewrite this equation as 2 sine theta minus 1 equal to 1 divided by sine theta. Now we can multiply every single term by sine theta to clear this fraction. So to the left hand side we have 2 multiplied by sine theta, which is 2 sine squared theta, then minus 1 times sine theta is sine theta, and to the right hand side we have 1 after multiplying this by sine theta. Now let us take this positive 1 to the left hand side. Our equation becomes 2 sine squared theta minus sine theta minus 1 equal to 0. If you observe, this is a quadratic equation written in terms of sine theta. We don't have to substitute anything here. We can just assume sine theta as x. So we have 2x squared minus x minus 1. How do we factorize it? We're going to multiply the leading coefficient with the constant term, which is going to give us what? Negative 2. Now let us think of two numbers that we can multiply together to get this negative 2. But when added up together, we get the coefficient of the middle term, which is negative 1. And the numbers are negative 2 and positive 1. So now let us factorize it. We have sine theta minus 2. But remember, our leading coefficient is not 1. So we're going to divide by that leading coefficient. Then we multiply by sine theta. Then plus 1, we equally divide by the leading coefficient. The whole of this equal to 0. All right. Having these two factors multiplying each other and the result is 0, it implies that either sine theta minus 2 divided by 2, is 1 equal to 0. Or the other one, sine theta plus 1 divided by 2 is equal to 0. So from the first one, sine theta, if negative 1 crosses over, it becomes positive 1. Or the other one, sine theta is equal to negative 1 divided by 2, as positive 1 over 2 crosses over. Now we have two equations and we are going to solve them separately. Let's start with sine theta equal to 1. The question we need to ask ourselves, sine of what angle is exactly equal to 1? Remember, on the unit cycle, at 90 degrees or pi divided by 2 is where we have 1 for sine and 0 for cosine. Therefore, at 90 degrees, sine of 90 degrees is 1. And if you add a multiple of 2 pi, a complete cycle, which is 360 degrees, you're going to still come back to where you started. So if you keep on adding this whole cycle, which is 360 degrees, you'll be getting other coterminal angles. So the solution to this problem is going to be pi divided by 2 plus other multiples of that 2 pi complete cycle, right? So we have obtained first solution. Theta is equal to pi divided by 2 plus multiples of what? 2 pi. 2 pi is 360 degrees. So we can write 2 pi for 1, another 2 pi making 4 pi. So we can just attach k, for which k is an integer here. So what about this one? Sine of what angle is equal to negative 1 divided by 2? Remember that sine is negative in the third and the fourth quadrants. So let me draw them. If you have a unit cycle like this, you should expect sine to be negative here and also here, right? So what angle here and here will give us, sine of that angle will give us negative 1 over 2. Definitely here we are going to obtain 11 pi divided by 6. And here we are going to obtain what? 7 pi divided by 6. But how can we obtain them? We can use a reference angle. In the first quadrant, sine is positive And that angle here that will give us 1 divided by 2 positive, because here we have negative, is going to be what? Pi divided by 6. So if you add a pi, it is going to take you here, right? And by subtracting this angle from 2 pi, it will give us this one, right? So we can use a reference angle for that if we like. Therefore, the solution to this problem, theta, will either be equal to 11 pi divided by 6. And from this 11 pi divided by 6, once you add a complete cycle, you're going to still come back to where you started. So we're going to add multiples of 2 pi. And the other one will be 7 pi divided by 6. The same thing, from this 7 pi divided by 6, if you add multiples of 2 pi, you're still going to come back to where you started. So we're going to obtain so many coterminous angles. So we add 2 pi k, for which k is an integer. So we have 3 solutions. Theta could either be pi divided by 2 plus 2 pi k, or 11 pi divided by 6 plus 2 pi k, or 7 pi divided by 6 plus 2 pi k. And this is all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. Do share to your learning colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more exciting videos. Bye bye.